Hello, my dear students. A warm welcome to everyone for the session 46 of your English syllabus. Dear students, in this video session, we are going to have the last part of the lesson all about a dog, and we will have the discussion of the same lesson. And this is going to be the last session of this story. So, All About a Dog is a story written by A.G. Gardiner. Before getting into the lesson, let's have a small recapitulation of the previous session. In the previous session, you have learnt about Gardiner's view on the rules. You came to know how Gardiner was having his own views on different rules, and also you worked in groups to discuss about different rules and conduct justification. So you all have come to know that the major characters and conductor is one of the major characters in the story, and his justification was quite different, and he was talking only about the rules that are to be followed without fail. And learning objectives of this session will be, you will be able to understand the narrative style, and also you will understand the simple incident developed in an interesting story. Of course, this is an interesting story. All About a Dog is an interesting story. And session outcomes will be, uh, you students will be able to understand the story and its development through simple narrative structure, and also you will know about the law and its workability in human life. The next slide, we are having some contents. The following contents we are going to have discussion of these following contents. The first content we are going to discuss in this PPT session is the theme of the lesson, and the second content, that is a narrator's perception, and the next one is a rule about dogs and people's reaction, and we will have the message of the story, and also at last we'll come to know the session's summary, and at last, as usual, you will have some multiple choice questions, and also you will find some references. Let's study about the first content that has been mentioned in the previous slide, that is theme of the lesson. So what are all the themes of this lesson? Of course, this is one of the wonderful stories ever written by A.G. Gardiner, and in this story we have come to know that a lady has got into the bus. She was holding a dog, and the conductor opposed the lady to get into the bus, and he told the lady to go for the upper deck of the bus, but lady, she never agrees, and initially she agrees to go to upper deck, but all of a sudden she comes back, and conductor decided not to move the bus, not to ring the bell of the bus. So this was the small incident took place in London street. What themes we can find in this story, in this lesson? See, All About Dog displays the theme of determination. Determination, it can be seen in the behavior of conductor. He was determined to follow the rules, and he insists the young lady to follow the rules. She has to be abide by the rule. And discipline and control, defiance and change. Defiance means the violation of the rule. How the lady is going to violate the rule. Okay, these are all the major themes we can find in this story. So what are the themes? Determination, discipline, control, and defiance and change. The bus conductor seemed to be determined that the woman with the dog must go. So this was his determination. He he did not allow the woman with the dog, and he tells her to go out of the bus, or else she had to go to the upper deck of the bus. The woman, on the other hand, had other ideas and she was not prepared to leave. And we came to know the weather was very cold. There was a killing cold in the outside. The woman, she was not ready to leave the bus. She was she did not like to go out of the bus, and she sticked on to her willingness. Later, the narrator explains him on the need to follow guidelines, keeping everyone's comfort in mind. The narrator is unnamed narrator who keeps watching all the things what are all happening inside the bus, and he was just observing everything. And last, he explains the conductor on the need to follow the rule guidelines and rules, but we have to keep the comfort of everyone's in our mind. The comfortness and humanity are very important elements that we have to keep in our mind. And what are the narrator's perception? What does he say about the rule and about the incident? According to the narrator, the bus conductor pictured a character of determination and control who was quite disciplined and made sure the passengers followed rules. The bus conductor was a man of control and is a man of determination. He wanted to he wanted all the passengers to follow the rules. They should be abide by the rules. But the thing is, he is not concerned about the humanity. He is not concerned about the comfortness of the passengers. According to the opinion of narrator, rules are made for human beings. In the same way, the bus is also are made, and they are buses are made for by the government for the comfortness of the passengers. He seemed to be very particular and adamant and insisted all who boarded the bus to adhere to the dictate, like a ruthless German soldier who massacred humanity for the sake of power under Hitler's rule. The bus conductor is going to be compared for a German soldier who was working under Hitler's administration and who obeyed his order. Because we all know that Hitler was one of the dictators of Germany, and many soldiers were working under him, and they used to obey his orders. They used to kill many people under his administration. So it is told German's dictator Adolf Hitler killed more than lakh together of Jews in his administration, right? So the conductor is also compared for a German soldier. In the next slide, we'll have information about the rule about dogs and people's reaction. So who are the people? The people who were traveling as passengers along with the lady. As per the rules, the animal was not allowed to travel in the bus. Of course, this is a rule. It can be seen in our country also. Animals are not allowed to travel in a bus or in any government vehicle. The bus was only meant for humans. So here he says, the author is of the opinion that the bus was only meant for human beings. The facilities of transport have been made by the government for the cause of human beings. The people, however, were not happy with the conductor's reaction. Yes, when the conductor was abide by the rule, and when he was opposing the lady, and when he was about to take the lady out of the bus, all the passengers who were in the bus opposed him. They were not satisfied with the ill behavior of the conductor. They looked at him angrily, feeling pity on the lady and the dog. Why they were feeling pity? because outside there was utter cold. There was bitter cold. The woman, she could not go out of the bus holding a dog, so they felt pity over the lady and the dog. They felt that the conductor should have been kind and more considerate towards the lady. In general opinion, all the passengers in the bus, they thought uh, the conductor should have been more kindness. He should have shown more kindness towards the young lady and more considerate towards the lady. But the conductor was having his view on only following the rules. The message. What message we are going to get after listening to the story? The narrator himself explains the conductor on the need to follow guidelines, keeping everyone's comfort in the mind. Rather than following the rules strictly, it is necessary to keep everyone's comfort in the mind. So, this is very important. Hence, the message can be stated as the rule spirit needs to be followed and not the rules written in words. Hence, the reader's takeaway should be that we should always think about convenience also while following the rules. So, convenience of every passengers and convenience of people is very important while following the rules. Rules are made to be followed, but while following, we should consider the humanity and we should consider the convenience of the people. So in the next slide, we are going to discuss about the session summary, what we have discussed till the slides. The very beginning, we have learnt about the themes of the story. So which are all the themes we have come to know? Determination, discipline, control, defiance, and change are the important themes of this lesson. And also, we have learnt the bus conductor seemed very determined to send the woman and dog out of the seat. He was quite determined. He was a man of determination at that particular time. The narrator explains on the need to follow guidelines, keeping everyone's comfort in mind. It is the opinion of the narrator. He explains and he says, the keeping everyone's comfort in our mind, we should go for rules. Rules must be followed, but that convenience of the people and comfortness of the people should be kept in our mind. The narrator's perception towards the conductor is quite different here. Yes, we have found the perception of the narrator towards the conductor is absolutely a different one. As per rules, of course, animals are not allowed inside the bus. Yes, every transport rules says uh, animals are not allowed inside the bus, but people were not happy with the conductor's reaction. They were not satisfied with the rude behavior of the conductor. They felt that the conductor should be more human in his behavior. All the passengers were watching what was happening in the bus. They thought the conductor has lost his humanity and he was not aware of the humanity while showing his ill behavior towards the young lady. So this was opposed by the by other passengers in the bus. Let's see some multiple choice questions of the particular session. The first question, the conductor is bound by dash. The options are sympathy, rules, fidelity, love and compassion. So he is bound by what? He is bound by rules. Option B is the right answer. The second question, the lesson all about a dog is written by whom? Of course, Option A, Henry, it's not the right answer. And option B, R.K. Narayan, wrong. A.G. Gardiner, A.G. Lawrence. The right option is A.G. Gardiner. Alfred George Gardiner. And here is your third question. Why did the conductor not allow the lady to travel with her dog? Please try to understand the question in a proper way. Why did the conductor not allow the lady to travel with her dog? The options are below. It was against the rule. Option B, the lady was drunk. Option C, the dog was furious. Option D, the weather was very cold. Which one is the right answer? The right answer is option A. It was against the rule. Here goes your fourth question. The narrator explains on the need to follow guidelines keeping dash comfort in mind. So what is the author's opinion? So in our previous slides, came to know the right answers. The right answer is option A, everyone's. Option B, the young lady. The option C, driver. Option D, dog. The right answer is option A. We have to keep everyone's comfort, not only the young lady or the driver or the dogs. And this is your last question. The conductor is compared to a dash. Option A, ruthless German soldier. Option B, dog. Option C, Roman warrior. Option D, school child. He is compared to whom? Which option is the right answer? Option A is the right answer. Ruthless German soldier who was working under the administration of Adolf Hitler. He was compared to a ruthless German soldier. So these are all the multiple choice questions. I hope you understood the story in a proper way. And the last slide of this session, you find the references. Innovation, Board of Studies in English, Coimbatore University, and also I have borrowed a few informations from www.brainly.in. Dear students, by this we have completed all the 3 sessions of the story All About a Dog written by A.G. Gardiner. I hope you have understood the story in a good way. So we'll meet in our next session. Until then, have a nice time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nedal.